Hi, I hope you're all doing well. So I've got to look through my finances and mainly on the subscriptions that I've got on my accounts. And I thought I'd do a quick video overviewing what I've got, whether they represent good value or whether I could get rid of them. So not quite in my purse yet, but it always pays to keep an eye on these things because companies love a good old direct debit or a subscription because they're guaranteed your income, and even when you forget about it, they keep cashing in. So do keep an eye on these things. Anyway, so this was prompted by an email I got from Puregym advising that my premium was going up to £23.99 a month, which seems a bit steep to me, to be honest. When I started in 2020, it was £18.99 a month, so that's an increase of about 26%. I did look it up on the Bank of England inflation calculator, and you'll see here that the increase is actually reasonable. Should be about 23.5 quid from November, so increasing it from January doesn't seem too bad. I did however do some research, and the Paisley Puregym that I go to is one of the dearest ones in the country, which seems bizarre. I think there's one or two in Edinburgh that are more expensive, but if you look through the various screenshots here, you'll see that Glasgow, Stirling, Dundee, basically everywhere is cheaper than Paisley. The gym is quite good, but some of the machines are out of order. Quite often there's no paper towels. Quite often the gym's unmanned as well, which obviously presents safety issues, although they do say it is remotely monitored. So you can make up your own mind whether it's worthwhile. I think it's good to have a gym membership because it does prompt you to go, and I go on average 4 or 5 times a month. So looking at about a £5 a visit, which is quite expensive, but if you go 10 times a month, it's only £2.40, which is starting to get quite cheap. So I think this is one I'll probably keep for the time being, although I will bear in mind that I need to go regularly and maybe cancel it if I've got like 2 weeks holiday and then rejoin because I'm not paying when I'm not there. But it's something to monitor, and if it goes up much more, I think it will probably get to the stage where either I look for another gym or I just start running the streets again and try to avoid the potholes and dog shit. Next up, we have Audible, which, as you probably know, is an audiobook company which is owned by Amazon. I've had this on and off for a while. It's currently £7.99 a month for one credit, but you really need to pay that. I've got several books that I've yet to finish on it, so what I'll probably do is pause it, and no doubt they'll come back with a further offer. What's happened in the past was I've went to cancel it and they've offered me a free book, and then the month after that I cancelled it again and they offered me 3 months at half price. So they're keen to keep you at any cost. Obviously the works are with them anyway, so I don't think they pay much in copyright, so it's not costing Jeff Bezos much to keep me on the hook. And again, if I forget to cancel it, he gets a few 7.99s out of me anyway. It's a strange pricing structure they have. You can get, as you see here, like a Michael Palin Diaries book, which is at 27 hours, and that will cost you one credit or £7.99. But you can also pay the same for a John Steinbeck book, which is going into public domain, and it's just one guy reading it. But you also get this Judge Dredd adaptation, which is less than 2 hours long, but it does have a full audio cast. I do have a soft spot for Audible because they do have the Alan Partridge from the Oast House series, which I enjoy. But I've got no reticence in screwing them both if I can, because Jeff Bezos has got enough more money, so I'll extract the maximum value that I can. So, like I say, what I'll probably do is just pause my membership, and once I've finished the books I have, I'll check back in and see what offers are available. Right, next in the block is YouTube Premium. This is £12.99 a month. This is a kind of sore one, really, because YouTube used to be free and now it's not, but you can understand they do have to monetize it somehow. It's a big corporation owned by Google, so I used to travel to Argentina on a brief basis to get my subscription, but it was only £2 or £3 a month, but they got wise to that, and now you have to pay the full £12.99 for a UK subscription. You really have to pay or give up on YouTube because the amount of adverts they show now is getting to a stage where it's just unwatchable. And I do watch quite a lot of YouTube. I'll stick up here a few of the channels that I enjoy, quite a lot of random stuff like living in your car or collecting baseball cards, things that I have no immediate plans to do, but I find the videos entertaining. Speaking of entertaining, make sure you are liking and subscribe to the Steve's Comedy and Vlogs channel, link below. I'll probably keep YouTube Premium because I say I watch a lot of YouTube and it's hard to watch it without the Premium, but I do resent it, but I'll keep on coughing up for this one. Next up, we have Netflix. I don't need to explain this one. I'm sure most folk have had an account at some point or other. My current account started in November of 2019, so it's about 5-6 years. It's a strange one, this, because I used to pay $7.99, and they themselves actually cut it down to $4.99, but with the addition of adverts, which I found quite annoying, really. You pay a subscription, you have to pay to watch adverts. It seems mental. The option is to pay $10.99, so an extra £6, so you don't have to watch adverts. So it's quite doubles the price, really. I do watch quite a lot of Netflix. They do have a lot of good shows. You've got the homemade ones that they make, such as Cobra Kai, Stranger Things. I think the imported Squid Game. Also enjoyed the Three Body Problem. What I watch less of is their movies. It's quite a random selection. I've got most of the films I like in DVD, and usually it's unusual to find something you really want to see on Netflix. They also chop and change with Amazon Prime. I noticed the Batman left Amazon Prime, then showed up in Netflix, so it's debatable whether you need both services. So what I was thinking of doing is cancelling Netflix for, say, 6 months.
After everything I did for you.
And then rejoining and watching the shows that I want. I don't have all this worry about hype and being first to see things, so I could probably catch up with everything I need in a month or so, and then just cancel again. I know some folk will say, hey, get a Fire Stick, but I'm not really into that. I think if you want something, you should pay for it. And Netflix is at the stage where it's only a fiver, but as I say, watching adverts is a bit of an annoyance. And I say I don't need to have multiple streaming services running at the same time. I think you can find a lot of stuff on the BBC iPlayer for free. So I think what I'll do is probably just cancel it, wait a while, see what happens, build up a few shows, like it's a Wednesday, enjoyed that, a second series of that coming out, and then we can make a decision from there.
That's the question, right?
Next subscription we'll look at is Amazon Prime. I've been a customer of Amazon for 25 years now. Here's my first ever order, a couple of CDs. Remember them. Amazon's got a lot of features. It's getting quite expensive though. It's £95 a month if you pay it in a one-off, or if you pay it monthly, it's £8.99. So you save £12.88 by paying it in a one-off, which is what I do. So you tend not to notice it as much. The TV service is pretty good. Their own shows include The Boys, Reacher, Fallout, and Clarkson's Farm, all of which are pretty good. So it's similar to Netflix, as they've got a few good high-profile shows and a lot of filler and stuff that you'll never actually watch. I had a look at my watch history, and the last film I watched on Amazon Prime was Operation Mincemeat back in November, which was okay but not great, So I'm probably not getting full value from it. The other aspect of Prime is you get free delivery, and I bought 150 things on Amazon last year, so it's whether the free delivery makes you buy things or vice versa. I do subscribe and save for quite a few items, mainly bulky stuff like coffee and cat food, dishwasher tablets, so there is that benefit as well. I do worry that Amazon is in so many facets of your life now that to cancel your Prime might see you have an adverse reaction.
Laser every one of you. Take them out back and feed them to the hogs.
So I think I'll probably hang on to the Amazon Prime. It's a tough one to extract yourself from, but again, it's probably an expense you could do without, because a lot of it does overlap, like streaming services. They give you web space, which you get elsewhere, and also a music service, which you'll get on Spotify, which we'll touch on later. Okay, we'll move on to a couple of Rangers related things. I appreciate people may already have judged these to be a waste of money, but we live in hope. First up's the Heart and Hand Patreon subscription. This is like a podcast that you can get as a Rangers supporter, and you get some podcasts for free, but if you pay £2 a month, you get extra content. Part of it is a daily update where you get all your Rangers news, which is like 10% good news normally, but at least it keeps you informed. This is quite a good deal where if you paid a year in advance, you got it for £22.08. So it's pricey around the drinks for a year's entertainment, so that's a good one. Slightly more debatable is the Rangers season ticket, which last year cost me £654 plus a piss-taking £3 booking fee. So it works out about £34 for the 19 league games it gets you into. I go with my brother David, and it's a day out. Performances haven't been great this year, so you live in hope. We did have one good season under Gerrard where we won the league unbeaten, but of course that was the COVID season, but didn't let us in. So this is quite expensive as a luxury. The cost of this is more than all the other subscriptions we'll talk about put together, but it gives us some hope and an excuse to leave the house. So the last Rangers-based thing is My Jers, which is an add-on you can get. It costs you an extra £40 a year if you've got a season ticket, or £50 if you don't. They send you a box of trinkets like a scarf and a bottle opener and a keychain every year, but it's nominal value. It's really just an extra money grab by the club. The benefit of this, if it's such a benefit, is it gives you extra points when you apply for like cup final tickets, so you can add your disappointments up there. So I've had My Jers for 5-6 years and I'll probably keep taking it, but hopefully we'll see some better performances on the pitch that will justify my faith. Last up, we have Spotify, which technically isn't a subscription of mine because Irene pays for it, but I do use it quite a lot, so it's worth a look. It's $11.99 a month. You can get a dual subscription where you get two premium accounts, but we found that we still both were on it at the same time, which seemed pretty pointless to have a dual account. Didn't really understand it, so we just have a single one with our own playlists on it. You can see mine scrolling through here, so it's got a diverse range of music, although it's not perfect. There's not much Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie, for example, but it's obviously a good money maker for somebody. You see the CEO here worth $7 billion, which is more than the highest earning for music artists of all time. So you can see it's like the gold rush where you make more money selling picks than you do digging the gold. So it does try to diversify a wee bit. Spotify, you do get some audiobooks, although you only get 15 hours a month, which isn't enough to hear a whole book sometimes. I did have this where I had to wait 3 days to hear the end of a book, so that's not ideal. But you also get podcasts on it. I put up a few of my favourites here. I've got Gossip Mongers and Monkey Tennis, both of which are sort of comedy based, and both haven't been updated for a while, so I hope they get back to it. And also a couple of 2000 AD ones here, which are always good entertainment. So I'd say Spotify's pretty good value, especially if Irene pays for it, and it's a good platform. So I think we'll hang on to that for a while longer. So anyway, that's me. Quite sobering number of subscriptions I've got. Probably got a few I've not counted here, but hopefully you'll have a look through your own and maybe save a couple of quid, or at least change to some of my suggested topics. But anyway, thanks for watching. This turned out quite a long one, but hopefully gain something from it. Anyway, take care. Bye bye now.